get to hear grown-ups talk. Yay! So good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Dr. Annie Norman, the state librarian, and it's my honor to welcome our guests to Delaware. We have some guests here today that came from outside of Delaware to visit us. We want to thank the American Library Association for sponsoring the grant, which is funded by Estee Lauder. And welcome to the Mrs. Wordsmith representatives who are here. We really appreciate the support and this opportunity. I also want to thank the award-winning Wilmington Library for hosting us today. They've won all the awards. And let's see, so this is our first event with the first family of Wilmington. So exciting to work with them in their new role. Mayor Carney and first Tracy. Now you're called Flo. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I like First Lady because I like the acronym. First Lady of Wilmington is on its Flo. I actually like it now.
Flo, okay. And they are both award-winning library and literacy advocates. So just to give you a little background, Delaware Libraries are proud to be the backbone for the Delaware Literacy Alliance, which is a national Communities of Excellence initiative. Librarians and literacy professionals throughout the state have joined forces to address literacy across the lifespan, not just to improve low literacy. The goal is to raise super readers to improve opportunities in pursuit of everyone's Delaware dream. Our library lead for adult literacy is Margie Sear. Where's Margie? She's back there. And she works with all the literacy partners, including the ones from Literacy Delaware, who are also housed at this library. And we have people from Route 9 Library here today. Yay, thank you. There's Marissa back there. They're all going to be participating. So in recent years, more school libraries are integrating into the Delaware Library Catalog and Consortium, including, significantly, the school libraries and correctional facilities that are under the kids department, which is an amazing leap for those students. And that's thanks to the leadership of Peggy Griffith, the award-winning librarian. She is also here and is part of this project. Where's Peggy? Oh, there she is. So, thanks to Peggy. And now I am done talking, and I am going to turn it over to Ken and Ken is here for Michelle Taylor from United Way, one of our literacy partners. Oh, there you are.
Thank you. How's everybody doing this morning? Good, good. Y'all are good down there? All right. On behalf of Dr. Michelle Taylor, President and CEO of United Way of Delaware, I am honored to share a few remarks. My name is Ken Livingston, Senior Director of Student Success with United Way of Delaware, and I am grateful to stand before you today as we collectively work toward a future where literacy is a right and not a privilege. Today, we come together as a community united by a shared belief that literacy is the foundation of opportunity and partnership is the key to lasting change. Literacy is more than just reading words on a page. It is the gateway to knowledge, empowerment, and a brighter future for individuals, families, and communities. Yet, we cannot ignore the alarming reality we face. More than 30 million adults in the United States cannot read, write, or do basic math beyond the third grade level. 2/3 of U.S. fourth graders read below grade level, which is a crisis that disproportionately affects children in underserved communities. Students who are not proficient in reading by the end of third grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. Right here in Delaware, only 42% of third graders are reading proficiently, a number that demands urgent action. These numbers are more than statistics. They represent real children, real families, and real futures at stake. But no one can do this work alone. True impact happens when we stand together, educators, families, organizers, and community leaders, each bringing our strengths, our passion, and our commitment to ensuring that every child and adult has the access to the power of literacy. United Way of Delaware is committed to working alongside our community partners to break barriers, inspire learning, and open doors of opportunity. Through collaboration, we just don't imagine change, we create it. Together, we can equip learners of all ages with the tools they need to succeed, ensuring that literacy is not a privilege, but a right for all. As we move forward in this work, let us remember the words of Frederick Douglass. Once you learn to read, you will forever be free. Thank you for your dedication, your partnership, and your belief in the power of literacy. Together, we are building a stronger, more educated, and more empowered Delaware. Thank you. And now, I would like to bring to the podium our First Lady of Wilmington, Tracy Quillen.
Good morning. How are you guys? I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were going to be here. So my the thing I prepared to talk about is kind of geared toward adults, but I'm going to see if I can make up some ways to make it fun. So hang in there with me, and if you feel like joining in, and you too. Okay. It has been an incredible privilege for me to work with partners like those represented here today. Michelle and Ken from United Way, Annie, the Delaware Literacy Alliance, our libraries, including the historic and future-focused Wilmington Library, and our other Delaware nonprofit partners, and of course through Annie, the American Library Association. We are so pleased and grateful to welcome Brandon and Mrs. Wordsmith, along with Writing Change, with the ALA and Estee Lauder as leaders in that network of partners. We thank you for your generous donation and for being with us today to renew our commitment to our children, recognizing that they are all our children. Can you guys, what kind of cheer do you like? Do you like to just go yay? If I point to you, when I point to you, can you give a little yay, or is it too early in the morning? You can do it? Okay. Recognizing that they are all our children. Yay! Thank you. My own focus in this work as an advocate, not an expert, has been on what happens before kids get to kindergarten, the crucial years from birth to 5, when so many interdependent neural networks, including the infrastructure for literacy skills, are developing fast, early, and at the same time. Special thanks in that effort to Diane Frenzel, who chairs the early learning group of the Delaware Literacy Alliance and coordinates the community-based Delaware readiness teams. Quality language experience in the early years are essential but not sufficient. It is also essential to respond to the needs and circumstances of each child and family moving forward, as we often say and should more often do, meeting them where they are, such as with proven interventions like reading assist and one-to-one mentoring. Today's donation increases our capacity to meet children where they are. As the mission of Mrs. Wordsmith says, with educational content that works and that kids want to use. Yay, yeah. Again, I'm not an expert, but I know that I can recite the preamble to the U.S. Constitution because of Schoolhouse Rock. And creative ways of engaging kids in learning have improved a lot since the early 70s. So again, from all of us on behalf of our city and our state, thank you. Another leading partner in the work to advance literacy and education is, of course, Mayor, former Governor John Carney, that guy. Yay? Not yet. Wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. There's more. You're too soon. I'm going to say nice things about you. He also happens to be my husband of 30 plus years. Yay. In addition to enduring my sermons about early childhood, here are just a few of John's contributions to education in Delaware. Opportunity funding, weighted funding to better support low-income students and multilingual learners. Raising educator salaries. In early education, more than doubling funding for purchase of care and ECAP, and launching the Early Childhood Innovation Center at Delaware State. Promoting quality mentor programs in schools, supporting libraries, the Delaware Literacy Alliance, and investing in high-dosage tutoring and literacy coaches for students during the school year and the summer. And specific to our city, founding the Wilmington Learning Collaborative to provide targeted support to city schools, and building the first new school in Wilmington in a generation fully funded by the state. Yeah. So it is great pride and appreciation that I introduce a true champion for literacy and learning, Mayor John Carney.
Thank you, Flo. It's great to be here with all of you to talk about a really important subject, particularly to the students that are here on the floor in front of me. I learned a long time ago not to follow my wife when she's speaking and not to follow a graduate in our adult education programs, not to follow a student speaker. And so what I should just say, what she said, and then introduce Brandon, thank him for coming to Wilmington, and sit down. But I want to just tell a really quick story. How many of the kids here like broccoli? Oh, that's pretty good. How many like broccoli? So let me tell you a story. When I was lieutenant governor, that's a few years ago, I was promoting healthy living, exercise, eating a healthy diet. And so I would go around to elementary schools and talk to the students about that. I was at an elementary school out in Hocassin, I think it was. And they would put me in line to serve the food, the lunch food. And I could either serve the little pizza pockets or I could serve, they had broccoli that they were giving out that day. Green beans, excuse me, it was green beans. And so I'd be in there and I'd talk to the students. They'd come by with their plate and then I would ask them, do they want a pocket? And they would always want the pizza pocket. I said, how about some broccoli? And they knew the right answer, so I gave them a little of green beans. And so then afterwards, we went out and they were eating, and I went out to talk to them about healthy living, good diet, getting regular physical activity. And as I was up there talking to them, I was looking around the room, and everybody had their little plate there or their tray, and there were little pockets of green beans all the way around. Nobody was eating the green beans. The point of that message is those green beans would be really important and for their own good health and for the future as adults. The same is true sometimes of reading, and part of it is to make it fun for students like all of you. Tracy and Annie and others, everybody in this room knows how important, and we've heard how important being able to read and comprehend and really love reading is important to your future here in our city and our state. We've brought someone here today who is going to help you enjoy reading, much like what we tried to do with green beans. I don't know, it's not much of a connection. Dr. Allen's laughing back there. He knows what I'm talking about from Delaware State University. So that's the objective here, right? Is to make reading fun for you so you want to do it and you'll do more of it. And that'll be great for you and your future and for all of us. Probably the most important, people ask me as mayor and previously as governor, what's the most important things that we do? One of them is making sure that all of our children, no matter where they live, whether in the city of Wilmington or whether in Kent County or Sussex County, can read proficiently by 3rd grade. And that's the objective. What grade are you all in? Second grade. So you're on your way. We got one more year to get you where you need to do. And the person that's going to help you to do that is our next speaker. He's a former special ed teacher. And with that, we know this dude is ready. And a principal in a school in New York City. And we welcome him to our city here, the city of Wilmington. Brandon, thank you for coming. We look forward to hearing you. Thank you for bringing your program so we can get these children to eat the green beans, so to speak, and read the books.
Thank you so much. One, y'all have been so patient this morning, so I want to thank you so much for being such a good audience and such good friends to one another. I've seen a few of you even helping each other out to stay focused, so thank you guys so much for being with us. And I want to yay! And I want to thank Mayor Carney and Flo. I want to thank Ken Livingston for being here today, Dr. Norman, our partners at the American Library Association, of course, Tony Allen, who's here, who I've yet to meet, but the incredible work that's happening at Delaware State University, and then Caroline O'Neill with Reading Assist. All of these incredible folks who are focused on many things, but one really important thing, and that's making sure that each of you are able to read and that you'll have those skills that will take you from learning to read, which is what you guys are doing right now, to this really important part where you're reading to learn all the new things and all the new ways of being in the world. And that's what I care about. I'm Brandon. I was a teacher, as you shared. I was a principal in the Bronx. I spent my life thinking about education, but I also was a kid who loved the library. And I spent a lot of time here at my library, by my house, learning how to read, learning video games, really doing something different than sometimes a lot of kids who lived around me were doing. And I think it made a difference. And now today, I get to do this. I get to share with you something that I really care about, this company that we've been building, this work that we've been building that does something that I love, which teaches kids to read. So we build video games, we build card games, we build workbooks, and all just really cool stuff that help teach two skills that I think are really important, vocabulary and phonics. And so I hope you guys get to play with it. I hope your friends get to play with it, and you get to see it every day when you come here. We're in a crisis. I think we've been talking about that a little bit today, and not just in Delaware, but nationally, right? 50% of fourth graders in Delaware read below grade level. And, you know, we've seen eighth grade literacy here hit a 27-year low. And the same is true across the country. It is trending in a really scary way. And so we have to come together to think about how do we get kids like you reading every single day, practicing reading, learning new words, and then falling in love with it. And so we have to make it fun, and that's what we're trying to do. I'm excited about this donation. I'm really thankful for this partnership and everyone who's here. I think we're donating over 750 books and card games and our video games to the 1 million kids in Delaware, as well as 5 of the Delaware Youth Correctional Facilities. So thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much for being here for the United Way and to our partners at the ALA. Thank you. We're going to cut this ribbon, so I'm going to invite our guests to do it.
5, 4,